really feel sorry for the victims. Feel sorry for their surviving son. Feel sorry for their surviving family. You didn't commit the crime. You've been found guilty based on the continuing representations of the state. The news media. It seems that the principal other piece of evidence against us is arrogance. Or arrogant personalities. The newspaper stories first started to appear about us when I was 18, back in 1994. Stomach would go into knots.
Oh, green one. Having a little nibble on the farmer.
The rest of the day. The way that I got over that was it was simple. To act tough. It's the same way I got over not being able to go to school, or work, or have public life.
I'll show you the blue and white one.
I've been thinking about coming into it. Or working sentenced for a crime we didn't commit.
Why?
Unless somebody does something to stop it. Garner's obviously.
Sebastian's statements actually were quite articulate, but for people who were just
Oh
shocked,
my fucking god.
it was written as deranged grammar, but it wasn't that.
Fuck's sake!
Thoughts expressed perhaps not as punchy as they could have been, but when you've spent 7 or 8 years in various forms of incarceration, you didn't perhaps have the best critical audience.
Okay.
Burns, your
No, that doesn't sound good.
Alright then, good job you did ring them up, wasn't it?
ample opportunity to make your elocution.
Oh, do you want to pack it, bud? Because I'm getting another.
It's chilly.
Any?
Red sugar or soft sugar.
Okay, you just have to let us know.
Years. It's chilly.
Alright then. Then.
What's the bad news?
There might not be a chance.
Why?
Because apparently they've got to keep social distancing.
You're not
Oh my god.
you
So,
have
yeah.
no right whatsoever. You are an
She said I'm
arrogant,
going to ring up on them
convicted killer.
before the 7th of October.
You are
So
not a kid, as you
find
so
out what's
often
happening.
refer to yourself. You're an adult, and you
Well,
will be
they
held
earn money then, don't they?
Oh, what's that? Strippers?
You were convicted, Mr. Burns, based on your own chilling, casual,
fucking bullshit, because I rushed around to get what I did for this.
The thing is, everyone's going back to places like school, work.
Exactly.
What's the fucking difference if we all wear fucking masks?
Those 3 sentences.
You should go and check it.
I get fucking annoyed.
Shall we proceed?
That's just annoyed me.
Yeah, we were all looking forward to it. Even Carol.
Today is a day of anguish for me. Not the first.
I knew she should have rang them.
Want to insist today on the truth.
You all thought I would rug you in council, wouldn't
As soon as they took your money.
you? Oh, yeah.
I can't convey the motivation that I felt. The trial, the lie that we told, the masks that we put on, the masks that we put on to survive a situation, a highly atrocious situation. It's constructed,
That's fucking bullshit.
and elicited from those very lies and not lies.
You have an argument.
Tormented by the thought that I'm being manipulated and allowed to contributing to the fact that my parents
They're having a little get together, a meeting saying, when we get out, what we do is we skate.
Loss of my parents devastated me, left me utterly bereft. I didn't know how to reconstruct my life
Can you imagine what they're
in
thinking?
weeks and months
Right.
that
Yeah.
followed. When I say I love my parents, I don't mean that I felt merely the filial affection that every child actually feels for their parents. I mean that I truly admired my
Enter a
dad's
snob in now.
brilliance,
Green and
his
blue one.
learning,
They're both girls.
Oh, are they?
sincere pleasure, and every opportunity of generosity. I was probably closer to my mother than to any other person that I ever heard. And the memory of her wit and her charm
Mine's in that tin.
gave me human
Good bag.
sympathy. You're dear to me to this day.
I think it's very
And
hands.
you'll be with it to everyone who knew her, including some of her. I consider having my family the greatest of privileges. They're with me in my
Yeah, it was
memory
his
today.
family that got killed. His
I'm
mum,
going to
dad,
continue
and
to
sister.
struggle for the truth in this case.
He's not one of the boys though, is he, that did it?
Because
He apparently admitted to it, but
their hopes for me
don't know if they actually done
or
it.
their expectations of me, which I'm proud to say
I do think it's one of them at least,
Unlike
maybe the
your
son.
colleague, I find
Yeah,
you
I
Because
reckon.
genuinely remorseful.
His
That's terrific.
dad was, they were
Uh,
rich.
I reckon it was
That
one
I
of
think
them.
you do have a moral compass. Your conviction was, and I can't explain it either, why you would do that if it wasn't true. The difficulty is telling somebody you were lying then, but you're telling the truth now. Always a difficult proposition. But you were convicted on your own confessions, frightening confessions, casually given
I
about
just got a funny feeling
how you
that
did these things and
he
why you
did
did
it.
it. In fact, I think one of your remarks was this was unfortunate, but it simply had to be done to get what we wanted in life. It's the responsibility of this court to sentence you, and I will do that at this time. On count 1, it's life without possibility of parole. On count 2, it's life without possibility of parole. And on count 3, it's life without
Oh, kill
possibility
3
of parole.
people.
And
Yeah,
those 3
dad,
sentences
mum,
are to run
sister.
consecutively.
I reckon he did do it.
So many people can't believe that Mr. Big Technique is allowed to happen in Canada, that police officers are allowed to conduct themselves this way. And the Canadian Supreme Court
Yeah, get a bag
has, in the
up there,
last year or
Cash,
so,
if you want.
thrown out a Mr. Big conviction.
the Canadian
Yeah.
Supreme Court finally said, from now
I'm
on, you
basically
can't
getting
do
fed
it.
up, keep telling
It's
you.
presumed
Mhm.
but this was years after Sebastian had
Look at the
already been
dog. Look
convicted.
at this. Look at him. You leave your eyes off him.
The chicken!
We see him once a month, and it's reasonably pleasant.
Chicken!
We can see him for
I'll
about
ring
4
them
or
after
5
lunch.
hours at a time.
It gives him tons
He
of
spent
sort
about
of
10 years in solitary confinement. Solitary confinement is a real brain scrambler. We saw many changes occur into him. You deal with it. Sometimes you sleep, sometimes you can't get it out of your mind, and you go over it. If I had done this, if I had said that, wow.
In prison, there's an initial shock, and then there's this frightening sense of unreality. When that
climbing them.
begins to fade away and you enter into a routine, your previous life
The
begins
guy
to
with
seem
the
like
shot
a
anyway.
sort of a dream.
Yeah.
I think that's very frightening, and especially the idea
Ah.
that it's just going to continue and continue and continue like that.
Is that right?
After having recently been married,
You
I've had
bugger.
a lot of
Don't you chew that cushion.
opportunity to
Oh,
think about
chicken!
where my dad was when he was
That'd be
lying.
about a small chicken for you, wouldn't it, Dad?
Yeah, that's who he killed. His mum, dad, and his sister somewhere.
Why would you do that if you know they're rich?
Don't know who the fuck
And
that
it
is.
gives a whole different shape to my week because I'm always looking forward to seeing her on the weekends. We always are able to share things like reading
He got
Shakespeare together
married.
in the visiting room or working on some issue together. It changes the
Is it
whole
right to her next?
Oh, what a good wedding. Having it in prison. The marriage in prison.
very strange thing to
How can he afford it in prison though? Because like,
in prison
that's what I'm a bit
while
puzzled.
you're going through something like this.
Dunno. Probably find she paid for it.
I had been used to my parents taking care of me and taking care of things in the responsible adult world. I thought that,
What's that up there?
this was one of those things
What did
that
he-
would just
is
be
that a
taken
phone?
care of.
Oh, he does that. He records them. It does me in.
Justice will not happen. Just because
I entertain it sometimes. It's been boring at the moment.
Slam that fucking door, why don't you?
I love my country.
I
But
do
these
believe that he didn't do nothing though.
police officers,
Who's he? He's another one that's
They,
confessed to something that he didn't do.
they killed me in '97.
I
They,
confess, mate, if he didn't do it.
Mine
You know what
raped
a
me and
police
made
are
me
like?
believe I killed someone I loved.
Oh. No, they keep on and you, like, try and get you out. That's what they did with me with, as it,
People look you right in the eye and lie to you and destroy you
that's what
and do it
they
on
did
purpose.
to me. You know that time when they put me in a cell for like a few hours
As a
for
television
free,
reporter on a scene asked the question many times,
right, they
did you
kept
do
doing
it?
that to me, and I said,
And
right, hold
this
on,
was the first time that
So
somebody
if he's
actually
accusing
said
me of saying that I
yes.
haven't even done,
Any remorse about what happened?
how comes it took him a few days to report it? Even my solicitor said that.
I can't take back.
Police say Myers beat and strangled
Yeah, he was another one full of shit.
morning.
Apparently he didn't press charges when his mum kept saying, yeah,
I have played
press
that night,
charges. I said, well,
that moment, the questions
thing
that I
is,
asked
he hit you
over
and all.
in
I
my
said, I
own
didn't even
head.
do nothing. I said, that's the thing. I pushed him off
I
me,
have
like
no
away
idea
from
what
me.
kind of
She had a massive
and what
fuck
kind
me
of
off
questions
bruise.
need to be put upon someone in order to go
Covered
from
most of here.
no, I really didn't do it to okay,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
Yeah, he got away with that.
It was all
Oh, sorry,
set up.
Tosh. I don't mean to say that.
You don't know what goes on behind the closed doors. You don't know what's being said.
I love Teresa very much, and I'm very sorry for the hurt I put on my family, her family.
Usually, if somebody says I did it, you take them at their word. But things
Yeah,
aren't
I'll do
always
it.
as they seem.
I met Wesley second grade. I mean, I don't know how old I was in second grade. I can't
Probably well, I've got infections. Put my fanny on
We
the
just
front.
used to play in
All
the
the
creeks
folks
and fish down in the pond.
Yeah, you can.
His mother and
You
father,
know that.
just as much of a mother and father to me.
Oh.
Well, I think he was like 10 years old when I met him the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, you got bollocking.
His mother and I worked in Charleston County.
Yeah.
I was the music teacher and she was the art teacher. He wandered over into my room and brought his
Get
guitar
that
and
in.
sat down and played a
Hello?
song for me that he had written and sang.
I opened the curtain and I noticed it. I said, oh, he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, he was.
And the child was born.
He's always doing
About 3
stuff to
months
get in
after that,
trouble.
my wife, because she had knots in her neck, and you could feel them.
I said to her,
We went to the doctor, and I knew as soon as I walked in there and the look on
No
his
way.
face, that it was cancer.
Well, I thought that'd be nothing. Gonna get right, Dad.
She had AML.
Where are they, Mum? Over. Yeah, up
It
there.
destroyed her. Before she died, she actually told me to go find somebody.
What the fuck are you chewing, dog?
We separated.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a pain jet.
I met
You're up for adoption.
mom gave it.
I've got a lot of sort out, and I'm looking at it thinking,
I've been told I look pretty good on the dance.
oh, right.
And we started seeing each other.
Everybody drank back then. It was a different time. I smoked pot, drank like a fish, and all that other kind of thing. And there was occasionally a little cocaine around. It was always a love and hate relationship with Teresa and Wesley. You know, whether they were mad on Wednesday, they were great on Friday, and they always ended up back together for whatever reason. Love is like that.
I tried to get him away from her because I didn't like any of those people that hung out there in that area. part of North Charleston. Didn't like them, didn't
I haven't
trust them.
tried the items on yet. I think I
They
did
were
the
the
jacket. I haven't tried the others
Hanging
yet.
around that crowd, he was in
But
trouble.
now I've eaten a few fatty
As far as
foods, so I've got to
drinking
try and
and
cut down and
just partying.
lose that weight again.
It's just that lifestyle they
It
had.
shouldn't take long.
I drank a lot. Everybody drank a lot. I normally drank until I was blackout.
I've never seen him actually punch her or hit her. I've seen probably Teresa be the more of an aggressor on some occasions, trying to get something back from Wesley or something along those lines. They love to hate each other. It's the only way I could put it.
She was a pretty tough girl. And she would fight man or woman, it didn't matter. Especially if she'd been drinking some. It was a road to nowhere. And I didn't want to see him go down there. But love is blind.
Sounds a bit of a bitch as well. Good cocktail.
I was at my mom and dad. In fact, I was ice skating some sort. The dad and I watched a little bit of it, and then I went to bed because I had work.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
When we arrived, there was heavy smoke and fire coming from the front of the structure. And we went in, we was hitting the hot spots. There was a lot of flame, a lot of smoke. You couldn't see. I happened to notice something laying on the floor. The first when I seen it, I thought it was a mannequin, and I had to take another look.
Oh,
And that's when I realized that it was a human body laying there. And I called the battalion chief on
Very
the
safe
radio to
next
notify
year.
him that I had a victim inside that was
Oh
deceased.
my god. Fucking
I was
bastard.
heading to Texaco to go to work. She slept in the bar quite often, so I was going to go by, like I normally did, check on Teresa and that. Parked my truck, got out, was met by a fireman, and I asked what was going on, and he told me there'd been a fire, and I asked about Teresa. He said, well, that's my girlfriend.
Alright, let Carl know. Bye.
And I walked over and told the arson investigator
Cancelled it,
that
so the
this man
24th
walked up
of
and
April
said
one,
that it
which
was
we
his
was meant to go
girlfriend's
to,
car.
moves to next year.
He said, well,
He
there's
said,
a
I'm
body
gonna
in there, but we don't know who it is because it's been confirmed.
wait until
Do you have any pictures of it? And I did in my glove box.
October, then
So I ran
contact
to
them
the
and find
truck
out.
and got a picture and took it to me. And they informed me that it was Teresa. And
Baby, don't you need to stand there staring at them?
I'm trying to work out what
started crying.
Do you fancy them,
looks like
I
I
say?
just take garden waste.
No, that's the garden one. Can you not
That's
open the
when
windows?
the
That's
detective came
freaking
and
noise.
said he wanted to talk
Yeah,
with
well,
me. He said, well, we need to eliminate you so we can move on. It's no problem. I didn't do it.
thank you. I won't get my minge on the phone.
I like to get out of the office.
I'm
I
gonna
like
let
to see
Carl
where it
know.
happened. I like to see the people, the place, take pictures.
Hey Kaz.
I got a feel the
Bad
case.
news about the Dream
And so I don't
Boys.
hesitate
Christine
to go
phoned
to
them up
GNC,
today
go
about
out,
the
knock on
dress
doors and
code.
talk to people and,
Apparently,
sing for myself.
they cancelled
It was
because of
obviously
social
a very
distancing.
serious
They
case.
cancelled
His girlfriend that
October
murdered
as
the
well.
wine corral. And
But
the police
Christine's going on back
collected
in October
a
to see
number
what's
of
going
things
on.
from the scene.
Like
One
when
of the
they
things
actually
they
are
collected
for us.
was
But
the
she looked
hair
online, it was
reportedly
saying
found
about
in Teresa's hand.
2021 next year.
The
Some
watch
point.
that was found at the crime scene under or near
But she's going to
Teresa's
let me
body.
know.
There was a bloody dollar bill and the wine carafe.
Hang on a
pieces
minute, she looked
that had blood
online.
spatter
So did she
on
phone them?
It
She
wasn't
phoned them and
the kind
looked
of
online.
case where there was overwhelming evidence.
That afternoon, I went to shore, and everybody was talking about what happened, who done it, what's going on. I had a few drinks, and Paul attached himself to me.
Well, I was coming home from work, and there was everybody at Shores, and it was emotional. He had a picture of Teresa. He was talking about wanting to be with her, just how much he missed her and all that kind of thing. And at the time, I had some friends that committed suicide and things, and I was very concerned for Wesley. That particular night, everybody knew what had happened. You know, as soon as he walked in, everybody, come in. So I think he wanted to go to a place that wasn't known.
And he said, let's go find another place to drink. Well, I knew that the Joker was open, so we went to the Joker. It's a strip joint.
At that time of night, that's all that's left is open, more or less, especially down Dorchester and all that kind of road back then. It wasn't like he was up there dancing with the girls and sticking dollars in the drawers and nothing. We just sat down at a table with a cold beer, and we ended up back at Teresa's house, a couple blocks from the bar, and he went upstairs to her room, and I stayed downstairs and slept on the stairs, because that way he couldn't step over me and get out the house without waking me up or something.
That next morning, I went home, and my dad said, the police been calling for you. They need you at the station. Then I went down there, and they asked if I had a problem taking a lie detector test. And I said no.
Stand right over there.
I told them I would do anything to help them get this sold. Well, they got me back in the back room, and they started asking me questions.
You can have my keys to them, can't you, babe? Yes, please, babe. Oh, Tash. Time for you to go pick one of them up? That's right, what, you're going straight into town?
Yeah, I'm going to get ready, go to town, meet my mate. Go to WH Smith, and go and meet my mate quickly. Bits.
Eliminating me is what they've been telling
Are
me.
you going in Tesco's or Waitrose?
Or the husband is a suspect.
But
they said, we do this, we can move on and get the bill.
Did you say you were going to look for paint? I bet they're expensive though.
No, you can buy them separately. So you probably want the blue and the white.
Yeah.
Just in case you want to make the blue a little bit lighter. Yeah, some white.
They threw different scenarios at me.
did have a load of paintbrushes somewhere, don't know where they disappeared. I used one of my makeup brushes.
He said it's okay for men to push women, and he told Wes that it was all right for a man to get in a rage and react and do something that he wouldn't normally do.
And I wish I got unpacked like Christmas yesterday.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Just shut up.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously.
Now, if that was where I put it, under the window, it wouldn't have got no place.
Look, I told you you
I
could
was
go
thinking
back
I was
now,
helping,
Chris.
'cause that's what they assured me of. And I was ignorant.
Are you going in the factory shop? We need wrist line. I'm sure they do a multi-packing now.
And come to find out they were taping it all and seeing how I was reacting.
But don't Ray Smith do that?
That black
Yeah, I
and white
think they
video
do.
was surreptitiously made from
That's where they start,
camera.
Babe, I've got to take that out. That's looking mank. That crest, I put a crest. Oh, we put our food away, don't I? I know. I'm sorry, but you can't eat that now.
He said I was unfit to be given a lie detector test.
Right now, you're totally good at that. You're right now. It's obvious. That's why he said right now, you're flat.
Everything he said, that whole supposed polygraph retest, laid the foundation for his subsequent very intense interrogation.
Which mate you mean, Sam or? Yeah.
They were talking with me and discussing
One lives just in
facts
case
of
you
what
can.
they thought
The
had
one
happened.
that lives near down. Dale? Gosh, that's down the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, she's going to meet me near the road that's near the pole. Oh,
The hair is going to prove to kill God.
Yeah, if they do, Tash, just get whatever you can for them quick, please.
Melvin Cumby received a phone call, left the room, come back. He said, the worst was that. He said, let's let her come back yours. And I can even tell you what part of the head it came from. It was a match.
yeah, he said she's got a delivery between 1 and 2, didn't she?
You done?
Was anybody on the phone? Joe Powell, an analyst, didn't even work that day.
I couldn't believe it. And I was questioning myself. It got real intense. They had told me that I blacked out. They said, that's why you can't remember. But the evidence proves you done it, Wes. We got a hair that matches you. He kept saying that. I mean, this didn't just go on for 30 minutes. This went on for hours. You need to apologize. I told you God would put the hair in. You're in denial. I mean, it's steady. And there's 3 of them. And then they come back in with, we got an eyewitness. Then they come back in with, oh, we got bloody print.
You didn't need to jump up like that. She could hurt
In my truck. said, we got you.
What hurt her sound?
Your
I
pistol
ain't worried about
black.
that. It's me.
I said, I don't remember none of that.
Or do you need
Those black and
business?
black all the time. That's why you can't remember.
The computer says no.
Everything was in. I was an age. They were throwing pictures at me.
Him and you were changing
Teresa,
toes.
burned body, beaten face, brutalized, swole up. All
I'm gonna have to disinfect that.
telling me I needed to apologize to her. They said, look, you might not think you done, but you done.
Just flog you.
And
I wonder if the speech
I y'all got all that.
And
I
don't.
must have done it. And they jumped
I've
up
always
like
wanted to
shit.
buy one of them
So we got
tops and I've not had the money.
Oh dear, what a little shame.
Yes.
And
Tubs of
are
crisps.
sweet.
Is it in this?
Yeah, I like the I love
Them
them.
sauces.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
They brought Teresa's mother, Dixie, down there. Told me I needed to apologize to her.
No, no.
When she was gone, and he didn't call me to let me know or come to the house to be with
No,
us,
might wear him out.
then I knew something was not right.
Alicia was talking to us this morning.
The police called me and said that he wanted to see me.
Just like, I
Would
haven't
I go
seen
see
you for
him?
ages, Lola.
So they set it up. I
I can
said, yeah,
talk to
I
ya.
would go see him. I wanted to look at
And
him
I said,
and
I know, it's been a while,
as
isn't it?
close as we're
She
sitting.
went,
He told me face to face that he
she went,
did.
I'm in year
And he was sorry
4
that
now.
he
And
did it.
I went, I'm in
And
year
he didn't. His
2,
words,
Lola, year
he
2.
didn't know why he did it.
But
He
yeah,
left her.
I'm in year 2 and Charlie's in year 5.
I can't actually recall.
She went, wow.
I know I said I'm
And she was
sorry.
talking to her little sister Ruby Rose. She was
After
like,
that, they've written up
oh,
a
look,
confession.
Ruby, Riley's going to be
And,
in your
they read it to
class. So basically, they're going to
Is it
start
their
schools
handwriting?
together if they're still
At
there
that point,
next
I
year,
was numb.
unless they move. I don't know.
Everything just seemed to be distant.
Don't know.
When I signed the confession,
See, when fat bitch ain't around, it's there's
they
a
done
better
convinced me that I'd done it.
between here, like basically their dad, as in Andy. He's much better when he's on his own
Yeah, he is.
They said now
compared to
the
when he's
news
with her.
media is out back, and
I think she's
you
like
need to
Christine, a
apologize
bit
to the world.
controlling.
Yeah.
They
Is
rolled
that
down
little
these
lad?
stairs.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, he
watching
seems nice enough.
the two officers.
Well, he says about
He's always
explain about
talk-
passing.
He's always
We gotta
talking
get all-
to me.
Yeah, it's
He said,
her, innit?
he's like,
And then they opened
Ruby
the doors.
and Riley ain't seen each other for ages. I said, I know, I can't wait till they go back to nursery. I said, Riley loves Ruby.
North Charleston police say they suspected Wesley Myers all along.
He's always seeing her, taking her to school, even when she's here.
I
He's
know,
always
it's
doing
always
it.
household. My father ran radio and television stations. I said, oh, good Lord, I want to be in the newsroom. This is where things happen. This is where things are exciting. I want to just do this.
So I was quite shocked Friday. I was quite shocked Friday when she actually picked, she actually put Alicia up at school.
In North Charleston. We've got the guy here. We're going to walk him. We think
Do
he's
I
probably
call
going to make a
my
statement. You
brother?
might want to get up here.
You could
They
pick a
walked
ticket
Wes
for
Myers
me.
out of their holding area, and I thought, hey, I thought they said he was going to make a statement. He didn't say anything, so I might as well shout out a question.
Don't even remorse
So
about
you're
what happened.
always about to pop
I
over
want
your
to
head.
apologize to the family for what I've done.
I can't believe how quick this cut up.
A crime that I can't take back. I love Teresa very much.
I was absolutely stunned. I said, oh my goodness, this man just confessed on camera.
I think 25 quid for a driver.
Myers, who said he was not under
She's
the
got them
influence at the
beautiful
time of the
birds.
crime.
Apparently they sing.
Oh, wow. That's
Like
Oh.
Wes was just in
No,
a
I'm not buying you no
daze.
more.
And they for sale.
Almost as if
I bet
he was
that's
on
expensive.
drugs.
Because she said, I'm not having an
And they
Avery. I'm
presented
not
it
getting. I'm
as
not having an
three
Avery.
confessions.
So she said,
One, they got
are you
emphasized
selling them?
Number two, they brought the victim's
them
mother,
ones.
Dixie, there
And she
and
went, I
suggested
am,
he
yeah, I am
apologize
taking the
and
budget,
confess to
but
her. Third
basically she
might
got
be
the Avery or
characterized
whatever
as what happened during the
when
personal
she's there. Until she's
It's horrible. It's
Mm.
certainly doing very little to
Bet they're
protect
expensive.
a accused and presumed innocent person's right to a fair trial.
Apparently
It's
they
just bad.
sing.
It's bad. And it shouldn't have been done.
They sing up
I
film
believe
budgies
it's
though. They are pretty, them ones,
Until I
but
saw him on the news.
I don't want
You're gonna
noisy
confess to
birds.
something
You know what I
so
mean?
horrible.
It's bad enough
With
bad
the kids.
exactly, and the fact that you hear loads of dogs barking. When mine makes a noise, your one's making noise.
Oh, God, don't know.
Wesley Myers with murder and third-degree arson, currently sitting in the Charleston
I love my
County Jail.
birds though. I do love
Sorry,
them,
and he
but
means to do it. Tomorrow,
they are
Wesley
pretty.
Myers will have his
Yeah.
tell it to the judge.
Orange colour. Oh. She had a nice, it looked like a parrot or some sort of bird that talks,
Yeah.
but big. She's telling me, yeah, I had to sell them. I was like, oh, if I knew you were selling them, I'd be interested.
Yeah, many people will say,
Because
"Oh,
I
I
was
never
after one of
confessed to
them.
something that I didn't do."
I said, but she
That's
said,
not true.
yeah, I had
Almost
to get rid of
anyone
him
can
because
under the right
obviously we're
circumstances.
removing. And I said, yeah, shame really. I said, but I've been after a blue
Les was
budgie for
interrogated for between
ages.
15 and 20
I'm
hours
after
over
the
a
file.
3-day period.
I said,
They
for
plotted
ages
this
I've been
out.
after
They were going to,
a blue
bring him back
budgie.
in. That they were
I
going
said,
to
so you
lie
kind
to
of
him
made my
about
day,
the
but I
results.
must be her best customer because I bought
Testing
about.
and tell him that his hair
I
had
bought
been
4,
conclusively determined
obviously.
that was found in
Nathan
Teresa's hand
bought
to be
the
his,
first one.
all for the purpose of trying to, get
Yeah,
him
they
to
are
make a statement.
Don't brush up on it.
The police had so sort of broken Wes down by the time that he confessed, by the time they lied to him about the hair, that at that moment, he in fact may have even actually believed himself that he did it.
And my friend said, did you delete TikTok? I was like, yes. It's getting annoying now with all the kids on there.
Yeah.
I said, I liked it. I did like it, don't get me wrong. I did like it, but when you're on your lives, I don't know. I don't know.
Law enforcement believed that their job was over. They thought, okay, we've got our
You do get
man.
loads of kids, and one of them kept
We're
calling
just gonna
someone a
let the system play
paedophile
out.
just
And I
by
think what they
going on his live.
didn't do
Like,
was
he went on
continue
his
to do
live
the
for a
type of
night.
work that you would
They
hope
said,
that
oh,
law
can we have a
enforcement
shout
would
out?
be
And if you don't do that shout out, they
situated
call
to
you
follow
really horrible
credible leads.
names.
It wasn't, say, a situation
And it's
where
mainly
no
children that's
other
doing it.
person could have
Yeah,
had
and they've got
access.
no way you can block them or report
You
She
can
was in a
block
bar
them
that was pretty
and
much
report
a
them, but then
public
they just keep
club.
coming back and making
It was in
another
an area
account.
where people hung out late at night. It was rough.
And like, that's why some people
And
left
rough people
because
came in there and went
they
out.
kept calling really horrible names like pedo and all this lot.
I think it should be banned.
And like, that's why I
Because
left.
then that girl
I mean-
died for doing a challenge or something.
Yeah,
I think it should be banned.
Dana was
I
the
left
primary
it,
suspect,
it's
at
like-
least in the minds
It's
of
more
the
trouble
defense,
than it's worth.
in the case because he was
Isn't it though?
seen in the building that night, proximate to the departure of the two bartenders.
I mean, it kind of did build up my
And
confidence.
was
I
acting
did all the
weird.
videos.
And,
One that I worked hard on
hot
was
for
the
Teresa.
it one the most.
He was arrested by the police as
They
kind
do
of
other
suspect
stuff.
in the case. There were a lot of things pointing to him.
But
We tried to interview
so
him
mate
in
said,
the
oh, did
past.
you
He
delete
was
TikTok?
extremely
I was like,
reluctant to
yeah.
even talk to us.
And I thought you had, because
Bingo.
I haven't seen your one. I'm thinking I'm deleting it.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it just spoils it with all the kids on there.
Oh, something they would probably find those chubby kids.
And I Craig's daughter kept bloody adding me and that.
It's a lot.
About Wes Myers case.
Yeah.
Back in the middle end,
It's got to be an HP one.
1997.
Colour.
Huh? Sorry? You confessed.
I don't know if I've got that colour.
Dana was seen outside the bar
Well, his birthday soon.
the night of the incident.
Yeah.
He tried to force his way
after
in.
Halloween, the day literally after. I said to Lola, when was it when Nathan was here? I think it was yesterday. I said to
Then
Lola,
when he
see,
was
if you was
they initially
born
denied
on
being there
Halloween,
at all.
you'll be a devil
And
child.
he had also altered his appearance. He had
And
shaved
she
some of his
went,
facial hair and
hey.
altered it in a way
I said, so
from
yeah,
the
you
night
was
of the
born
offense.
after Halloween, so
He
you're
was
extra devil
arrested
child.
when he was near the scene in a
How
car,
much think they are?
and he was charged with unlawful possession of a firearm. And there were some other things in the car.
There was a watch found near the body.
250
and
fucking
similar to
quid.
that which was in his truck.
Oh,
And
God.
also, probably even more, to me, more shocking.
Have we got
than
20
that
quid
was
left on that?
They initially took some of his blood
I might
and
get
had
that.
it available for
I
DNA
need to
testing
make
and
those
never
my
developed a
phone.
DNA profile on it. So that's lost now, and so we can't compare any DNA evidence which might have existed of the dollar bill or
Mine now.
his DNA profile.
I don't believe that, let's just be as fair as possible, that appropriate measures were taken to exclude him as being involved in the
You
murder.
love it when I do that sort of thing.
I can't open my front room window.
Oh, God, that one's
Mine's stuck.
completely.
Yeah, it was open. It let me open it yesterday, and all of a sudden I woke up, trying to open it to let the air in, and it's not going
Every
to let me
criminal defense
open
case
it.
is an uphill climb.
There's something
Because
wrong with
the
it. I
state
don't
has
want to
the
push on
edge,
it
they
too
are
hard,
proof,
just in
they
case
have an
I
edge,
break it.
the pointing finger of
But
accusation.
I think
It
I
was a
don't know
little
what it is, but it's
nerve-wracking
stuck. It's
to
stuck. Not
know
let me
that I
open
was
it.
being selected for a murder trial.
And apparently, when Nathan opened
We
my
were
bedroom
given
window, the one
the video
nearest to
in the police
the
station.
wall on
We also
that
in
side.
the
Apparently,
newscaster's
saw
video, and then we were
a
also
spider.
given the
The
written
one that we had before.
Yeah.
They had
Did you
the
get scared?
Like a
dollar
Black
bill with
Widow
blood
or
on
whatever.
it.
And I
Back
said,
then
oh
they
my god,
couldn't
which
determine
window
if
is
it
it?
was blood. It
I
was
said, it's the one
DNA
that's shut.
commingled with Teresa's blood.
I said, for God's
They
sake,
had
we keep
the hair
having
they
them.
found in her hand.
Oh, fucking
The
things.
forensic science that applied
I was like, we keep having them, so I can't open that fucking window. Like,
I might
between an
have them as
unknown
pets.
sample and a known sample that would lead someone
Next to Kizzy's
to say
bed, so
it
then
is
can't
similar
make
to,
a mess.
or I can't say that it isn't.
it's actually annoying, because we keep having them come
Phraseology that
in.
just stayed away from the term match.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Now at that time, we kind of looked at each other and said, like, for a case that's a confession case, we're not doing it bad.
Isn't it baby kill?
Because at that point, the confession was the only thing putting him in the book. So we went to court the next day, and then all of a sudden, solicitor comes over, Bruce, and says, I got something to tell you about.
What you doing there?
You're looking at
And I
see what you
said,
can buy me.
you gotta be kidding.
I do remember the
Mum, I
last
think your
minute
dog is
witness.
being naughty. She's grabbing some
Exciting,
seeds
shook
or
up the
something.
club.
Yes. Stop it.
She's got a feather touched to her face.
Yeah, she gets that from her dad.
I ran into one of the bartenders that
He's
worked
always
here,
naughty,
Tammy,
ain't you, Kez?
and she told me that Wesley was on trial
Never.
at that time and that he was about to get off because he's saying he wasn't there. And I told her, well, I was there. I was there. She said, well, you need to call the prosecutor. So I did. And the next morning, they picked me up and they took me down to the courthouse.
And there she was in court the next day. I raised hell with the judge about it, but my efforts to have her excluded from testifying were